أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما ربي زدني علما آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سورة البقرة verse 102 102 واتبعوا and they followed ma what tatlu they recite ash-shayatinu the devils ala mulk Sulaiman in the kingdom of Solomon, in the reign of Solomon. And they accepted that what the shayateen or devils falsely attributed to the kingdom of Solomon. In age of Solomon alayhi salam, as you people know about Sulaiman alayhi salam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed him with many miracles. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the power to order the year. He gave him the knowledge of languages of different animals and birds. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the jinns his slaves physically. It was Allah's blessing. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made his blessings a test for the ummah. But what happened among the common people? They used to say that Solomon is a magician. And because of magic, he can hold the jinns and he can command the birds and animals, and air is helping him during his travels. This is all because of magic. So they were after magic. They want to learn different magics. And obviously, they can't do anything with the help of magic. Sulaiman alayhi salam were blessed with miracles, but they were not ready to accept it. Even though you can see that even today's life, wherever you will see the magical games or magical movies, you will find there the name of Solomon, the temple of Solomon, the sword of Solomon, the ring of Solomon. Why they used to use his name? Because they considered him a magician, not a messenger. You can see it in the Bible, in the Old Testament, in Torah. They did not include his name in the list of, in the chapter of messengers. They included his name in the chapter of kings. And they claim that he was a trained magician. So they used to follow the magic and they try to learn magic. Obviously, there were many fake people, but there were some people who had some knowledge of magic and they used to teach it to the people. Okay, sorry. And there were some people who were magicians, and they helped people in their different aims, like our people. They went to the babas and asked them for charms and for different um, mantras to um win someone's heart, or sometime for the prosperity, or even sometime for offspring. In Solomon alayhi salam's time, it was a common behavior of Jews. And there were some shayateen. What a shaitan means? Shaitan means a person who is who has a rebellious nature, who is not obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It could be a man and it could be a jinn. So we don't know, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying devils, what does actually it means. There were some jinns in human attire to derive them away from the deen, or there were some human beings who had learned some magic and they were astraying them. Both possibilities are equally possible for us at that time. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying they were so ambitious for the worldly life that they have chosen the magicians over their messenger. They did not follow Sulaiman alayhi salam. They have chosen to follow the magicians. Allah is saying, Wama kafara Sulaiman. Not that Sulaiman was an unbeliever. What does unbelieving mean here? The magic. Our beloved Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the one who is a magician and the one who is asked help from a magician, both are the unbelievers. Because a person who is a believer, if he will face some difficulty, he will ask help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not through magic. He will seek help from Quran Majid, not from some charm or some magical words. So believing in magic is actually non-believing in Quran, in revelation. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying Sulaiman was not an unbeliever. It means that Sulaiman was not a magician. He was not a magician. وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا. It was the devils who were unbelievers. It means that they were devils, whether they were from human beings or they were from jinns. They were magicians. They were doing magic. They were promoting magic. It was not Sulaiman alayhi salam. يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ السِّحْرَ. They taught witchcraft to the people. It doesn't mean that people were coming to them and they were running some school of magic. No, it means that when people came to them and asked them for help, they used to give them charms and give them some, teach them some, taught them some magical words for their problems, like our babas, like our magicians. وَمَا أُنزِلَ عَلَى الْمَلَكَيْنِ بِبَابِلَ هَارُوتَ وَمَارُوتَ. And that which was revealed to the two angels, Harut and Marut, in the city of Babylon. Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, they were learning magic from different magicians and even from two angels whose names were Harut and Marut. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent them down in the city of Babylon. Who were Harut and Marut? They were two angels. Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent them down in this city? Just for test. Just for test. Many times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent angels down, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described their incidents in Quran-e-Majid. It is one of them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to test the people of Babylon, and for their test, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent two angels down in this city in disguise of human being. They came over there in disguise of two magicians, and they gave the people charms and taught them different magical words. And because of these charms and these magical words, people had got their ambitions and got success in their aims. So they were very famous. So people came to them and asked for magic. وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ حَتَّى يَقُولَ إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ فِتْنَةٌ فَلَا تَكْفُرْ. Yet these two angels never taught magic to anyone without saying, we have been sent to tempt you. Do not renounce your faith. Whenever someone came to both of them and asked them to help him with magic, first of all, they tried to convince him that have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't go for the magic. We are just a temptation for you people. We are just a test. So don't go for the magic. But when the people insist, no, we want this, then they taught them some magic, some charms. فَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مِنْهُمَا مَا يُفَرِّقُونَ بِهِ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ. In spite of this warning, those people kept on learning from the angels the magic of which could cause discord between husband and wife. Okay. There are two things which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining. The first, they were willing to learn magic. They want to do this. And therefore, they insisted them to do it for them, to teach them. And on the other hand, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning a very important point, that most of the people came there for their affairs. Look, مَا يُفَرِّقُونَ بِهِ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ. The magic of which could cause discord between husband and wife. They were so bad in their mannerism that they have affair out of marriage and after marriage. They have no respect for relations. Therefore, they went to the magicians and asked them for spell of love and hate. So a married couple left each other, they divorced each other, and they can approach the one whom they want. Obviously, if a woman went to the magician, he wants the man, and if a man went to the magician, he wants the woman. They were so badly make themselves away from the Islamic manners. And it shows that they had no respect for relationships. They had no respect for boundaries, the limits. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us another thing, but first I want to ask you, did you ever see the advertisement of babas, of magicians? There were normally written on the advertisements that you can find your beloved person in your feet. Mehboob aapke kadmon mein. What does that mean? It means the spell of love. And it is very, very insulting behavior of a nation. We are Muslims, we have our limits, and we should always keep them in our mind. But unfortunately, we are morally getting down and down day by day. Allah bless us. Ameen. Allah is saying, وَمَا هُمْ بِدُعَارِّينَ بِهِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Although they could harm none with it except with Allah's permission. What does that mean? Magic has no power. It can affect a person only when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has wrote a test for that man. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will allow, then magic will affect, otherwise it will not. So never get afraid of magic or magicians. Recite Surah-Ikhlas, Surah Falaq and Nas in Fajr thrice and in Maghrib, after Salah Maghrib. Our Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us that the person who will recite in Fajr, after Fajr, at the time of Fajr, and at the time of Maghrib, Surah Ikhlas, Falaq and Nas three times, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will save him from everything except his destiny. So recite it and keep yourself safe, and never be afraid of anything or anyone except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مَا يُضُرُّهُمْ وَلَا يَنْفَعُهُمْ. They learned indeed what harmed them and did not profit them. Magic has no profit in it. A person who will learn magic, first of all, he will be an unbeliever. On the other hand, he will lose, obviously, his morality and his positive intentions, because he will be in touch of devils, and he will become a negative person. On the other hand, he can do nothing positive with the help of magic. You can hurt a person with the help of magic, but you cannot cure a person with the help of magic. No positive thing can be done with the help of magic. Only negative things can be done. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying they were learning a thing which was only harmful for them, not profitable. وَلَقَدْ عَلِمُوا لَمَنِ اشْتَرَاهُ مَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَاقٍ. Even though they knew fully well that the buyers of magic would have no share in the happiness of the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying they knew it very well, that the magicians are non-believers, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will never forgive them. As we people know that our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us, the magician and the person who will seek help with the magic are non-believers. And our beloved Prophet also told us that on the Shab-e-Qadr, in the night of Shab-e-Qadr, even Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not accept the dua of a person who is a magician. So what remains? Nothing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that they were learning magic, although they knew it very well. It will make them a failure at the day of the judgment. وَلَبِئْسَ مَا شَرَوْا بِهِ أَنفُسَهُمْ. They sold their souls for a bad price. They sold themselves for magic. It's a bad price. لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ. If they could know, if they could understand it. وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ آمَنُوا وَاتَّقَوْا لَمَثُوبَةٌ مِّنْ عِندِ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ. If they would have believed and kept themselves away from evil, there would have been a better reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if they believe in their book, Torah, and nowadays we believe in Quran-e-Majid, and we have a fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inside of our hearts, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward us in a better way. لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ. If they could understand it. So my dear, in nowadays, again, we can see a promotion of magic in different ways. Some people are doing horoscope. It's also a type of magic. And there are different people who are giving charms and different types of things, tarot card reader, Allah bala, there are different things. Always stay away from them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provide us Quran-e-Majid. This is Allah's greatest blessing. Recite it. Seek help from Quran-e-Majid. Seek help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whenever face some difficulty, do good wuzu, stand up for 2 rakahs, offer salah and seek help from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do all through his life. Amma Aisha Siddiqa raziyallahu ta'ala anha told us that whenever Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam faced some difficulty, he stood up and offered 2 rakahs, 2 nafal, and asked Allah's help. So we should do the same thing. And don't worry, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is our master. He is our beneficiary. We are his creation. We are his servants. And he is enough for us. We don't need anyone else. So my dear, in future life, maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with all these. But obviously life is a serious thing. So sometime maybe you would face some difficulty or some lack of something in your life. And there were many people around you who would suggest you to go to that person. He will give you a tabiz, a charm, or go to that person. He will give you some wazifa and you will get out of this problem. Never follow these people. Whenever you will face a problem, whenever you will face the lack of something in your life, anything, stand up for namaz and ask Allah's help. This is the only Allah who can provide us something. No one else can help us. So be strong in it. Always. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and me and all of us with strength and belief. Ameen. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.